evening. Thanks for joining us. The recent death of a man in Prince Albert has been deemed a homicide. The victim has been identified as 39-year-old Wayne Keller. He was found dead Tuesday afternoon in the 1500 block of 5th Avenue East. So far, no one has been arrested in the case. His death is the city's third homicide of 2025. Anyone with information is asked to contact police or Crime Stoppers. And Prince Albert police are conducting an investigation in the area near the 500 block of 39th Street West. The public is asked to avoid the area while the investigation is conducted. Police say they'll provide an update as information becomes available. Saskatoon police are investigating a death in the Riversdale neighborhood as suspicious. Officers were called just after 12:30 this morning to a house in the 300 block of Avenue J South for an injured person. They arrived to find the person dead. Investigators with the Major Crime Section are looking into the death. No other details have been released at this time. A fire ban has been declared for areas north of the North Saskatchewan River within Prince Albert city limits. The ban applies to Hazeldale, Nordale, Little Red River Park, and all properties east of Little Red River Park to the city limits at Paul Paul Road. No open fires are permitted in the listed areas. For heating and cooking purposes, items such as gas barbecues, propane fire pits, and charcoal briquettes in an approved fire pit are approved. The ban goes into effect Friday at 8 a.m. It'll remain in place until further notice. Saskatoon has activated its emergency response plan as the mercury climbs. Soaring temperatures and wildfire smoke have prompted the Saskatoon Fire Department to activate the plan through August 3rd. Environment Canada is forecasting temperatures around 30 degrees over the next several days, and that's on top of wildfire smoke continuing to affect air quality. The fire department has shared a list of cool-down locations across the city, and spray pad hours have also been extended until 10 p.m. Friday through Monday. SFD says extreme heat can cause serious negative health impacts and urges residents to take precautions to stay cool and hydrated. Stacey Hine joins us now for a quick look at weather. So, Stacey, as we heard, it's pretty hot out there.
Yes, Blair, it's going to be a warm, long weekend. We're starting off August with temperatures in the 30s. Now, we'll start to cool down slightly Monday, but temperatures will still be in the high 20s up until about Thursday. It's also going to be quite sunny over the next few days. Now, that may change if we get some wildfire smoke blowing our way. We did have some reprieve from that smoke today. The air quality is considered moderate right now, and tomorrow the air quality index is at a 3, which is considered low risk. But I'll have your full weather forecast later in the show.
Sounds good. Thanks, Stacey. Sisters from Atakakoop Cree Nation north of Saskatoon are pushing for answers in their mother's death. July 18th, 40-year-old Michelle Henneque was found in a wooded area west of Victoire. According to her daughters, her body was wrapped in a tarp and left near a quad trail. The discovery came more than a month after she was reported missing. RCMP say Michelle Henneque was last seen on Big River First Nation June 5th.
I want the people who hurt her to be held responsible. The people who put her out there to be held responsible. The people who watched a search and never said anything to be held responsible.
In an email to CTV News, RCMP say no further details can be shared as this is an active investigation. Anyone with information about Michelle Henneque should contact RCMP. The family is offering a $5,000 reward for any tip that leads to an arrest. Saskatchewan Penitentiary has seen some large-scale contraband seizures over the last few months, in part due to new technologies making it easier to bring contraband in. The Union of Canadian Correctional Officers says just under $1 million worth of contraband was seized at the pen in 2024. This year, $969,000 worth of contraband has already been seized through the end of July. The union says it's seeing more instances of contraband entering federal prisons by drone.
Right now, we're combating drones. A lot of these facilities, these penitentiaries and institutions were built a long time ago, and the perimeter fences and walls can only do so much. They weren't designed to prevent a drone from flying over.
In a statement to CTV News, Correctional Service Canada says it's adopting new technologies to combat the threat of drones, including intrusion detection systems. New provincial legislation aimed at protecting communities against street weapons officially becomes law tomorrow. The law will make it illegal to carry items like bear spray, knives, and hypodermic needles without an appropriate reason. According to the province, this change will allow police to intercept the items and issue fines before they can be used in a crime.
What we're saying with this legislation is that when you're posing a threat to community safety, the police now have the ability to deal with that threat before a victim is ever created. And we don't want somebody to have to wait until there is a victim to allow the police to make a safer environment.
The new law will not be applied across the board. Communities have the choice to opt in by passing a local bylaw. The city of Saskatoon has made significant changes to bear spray regulations amidst growing calls and concerns. The city says bear spray incidents have more than doubled in recent years, including a 500% increase among youth since 2021. Key changes to the business license bylaw include a mandatory buyer's registry, which will require the buyer's name, identification, and record keeping, age restriction of 18 years or older, storage of products out of view, and changes to enforcement for non-compliant businesses. Downtown Saskatoon says after growing concerns from business owners and customers, it's a step in the right direction.
Well, I think it's a great place to start, and then from there just see where the impact is and what are the other changes that may need to be made. Taking a look at which retailers sell bear spray and does it make sense for this retailer to sell it. I mean, there's not a lot of bears in Saskatoon, so when I look at that, it's like which retailer should be actually selling it, and it should be coming from a credible source.
The changes went into effect July 30th. The provincial NDP is reigniting the rent control conversation. A consultation process is planned leading up to the fall sitting of the legislature aimed at making rent more affordable in the province. NDP MLA April Chiefcalf is reaching out to the public to get input about rental price concerns, including increases in past years and the impact of people trying to make ends meet in the province. Seniors sharing their stories of increases, with some facing increases of nearly $500 a month. The minister responsible for Sask Housing says he's not prepared to introduce rent control, saying it stifles construction and availability. Chiefcalf wants to hear from tenants and landlords to help get a rent control discussed in the fall sitting of the legislature. An online form has been created for residents to fill out.
Their input will form the basis of legislation I intend to bring in the fall sitting. It really is time for rent control now. This is about our future.
The more units you have, it actually controls prices because there's now competition for tenants. And by putting rent control in, it really stifles additional construction.
The CEO of Rental Housing of Saskatchewan agrees with the government, saying putting a cap on rent will limit availability, adding Saskatchewan is still one of the most affordable places in the country to live. Ahead of the long weekend, SGI has issued some reminders that impaired driving laws also apply to recreational vehicles. That includes boats, ATVs, e-scooters, and golf carts. According to the RCMP, drinking and boating can result in the same penalties as impaired driving, and it's illegal unless the boat is not in motion, secured in some way, and has a permanent sleeping area, including a bathroom and kitchen on board. The Kinsman Club of Prince Albert is committing over $500,000 towards sports and leisure in the Gateway City. It's pledged $450,000 to the new Lake Country Co-op Leisure Centre. In recognition of the donation, the new Leisure Centre wave pool will be named the Kinsman Wave Pool. A dressing room door will read Kinsman Club of Prince Albert on the arena side of the facility. The club is also donating another $100,000 to a new lift at the Kinsman Ski and Snowboard Centre in Little Red River Park.
We're always, as a club, looking to participate in everything that's good in the community, and this new facility is a wonderful addition, and we wanted to make sure we were part of it in a very big way.
The Leisure Centre is now open to the public, but the aquatic facility is still undergoing some finishing touches. The Kinsman Club plans on raising the money for the donations through upcoming fundraisers. Sporadic showers were not enough to help soil moisture situation across much of the province last week. Most crops are in fair to good shape. The lowest rated crops are in the southwest, northwest, and parts of the northeast where dry conditions continue. Haying operations are winding down, with most hay crops rated fair or higher. And producers are hoping for more rain to help with head and pod filling. But some later stage crops will not see the benefit, with harvest just around the corner. Still to come, celebrating country music and community. How you can experience the magic this summer. Stay with us. The spirit of country music is alive and well in small town Saskatchewan. Jasmine Pelche gets the details on the Sunset Country Music Festival.
How would you explain the Sunset Country Music Festival to someone who's never heard of it?
I'd explain it as a good time. That would be my first thing I'd probably say. But we have live music out there, fireworks, lots of dancing. We have a beer gardens. So it's really for anybody, like any age can come out and kind of just enjoy the night.
How many years has it been running?
This would be our 4th year.
Yeah, it was honestly just like when COVID happened, and no venues were having shows or anything, and this was kind of on the tail end right before stuff kind of started opening up, and we just wanted to play music, and so we did something. Didn't charge anybody anything. I don't think we even had a band out there. It was literally just music off of speakers, singing on the gazebo. And then the next year we're like, yeah, let's like have some people come out, charge for tickets, and then we'll give all the money away and kind of pick a different charity to give away to every year moving forward.
Oh, who's performing this year?
This year we have Evan Baxter, Brett Down, myself, and Josh performing.
What charity was chosen for this year, and what was the process for that?
This year we've partnered with the River Valley Resilience Retreat, which is a space that kind of helps paramedics, first responders, police, fire, veterans deal with the trauma and stress that comes with the job. So anybody who's like frontline first responders, dealing with mental health and PTSD and all that kind of stuff. And the reason that we chose that is actually my mom had kind of known the guy who runs it and then had kind of given us the idea while we were looking for new people to give the money to. But they're looking to expand and add some more space to what they've got to be able to add different kind of therapies out there to help those people. And I don't think they get enough appreciation for how much they really help our community.
What else is at the festival in addition to the musical performances?
Yeah, food
That's
trucks,
extra.
beer gardens, fireworks.
Yeah, we do like a 50-50 raffle at the event as well.
And when and where is it?
This will be August 9th. What did we say gates open at?
6 p.m. Show starts at 7.
And it's actually on my family's farm out in the yard. It's on Red Deer Hill Road off of Highway 11. When you buy a ticket, there'll be a QR code on the ticket to scan for maps directions to get there, or on the poster as well. There's a QR code.
People buy tickets or find out more information.
So we're selling tickets online through Eventbrite, which can be found if you search our social media. It's just Sunset Country Music Festival, same with our website. So it'll have all the ticket links on there, or people can stop by Prince Albert Alarms in Prince Albert to pick up physical tickets.
Is there anything that we didn't talk about that it's important to get across?
Ticket prices are $25 in advance, $30 at the gate. It's cash only once you arrive. We allow all ages in the event, but obviously 19 plus only in the beer gardens. What else am I thinking of? Also, just that we try to showcase and support local talent in Saskatchewan. So anybody who takes the stage is from Saskatchewan, is an up-and-coming artist trying to show off what they got. And that was also a really big piece to us, was to try and get some young people who really have a lot of talent to be able to properly showcase what they can do.
And for each of you, what is your favorite part about organizing this festival?
I think my favorite part is the day of the festival, like seeing people show up and have a good time and getting to watch kind of the months of planning kind of come to life and see people enjoy it.
Yeah, my favorite part for sure is because, I mean, we perform in it every year. It's my favorite show that I play in all year, every year. It's the most amount of people we get to perform for. It is such a fun time. And we get more and more people out there every year. So just kind of watching it grow has been really, really awesome.
Okay, well, thank you for speaking with me and sharing some more information.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this for us.
We're talking Rough Riders after this quick break. A look at the dynamic duo powering the green and white to success. Stacey Hine in now for a full look at our weather forecast here. And Stacey, I'll keep it simple. It's pretty hot out there.
Yes, Blair, straight to the point. It's going to be a warm, long weekend. It's also going to be quite sunny. So if you're able to, it's a good chance to head out to the lake and make sure you're staying hydrated. Taking a look at our radar and satellite, quite a bit of storm activity for the interior of BC there. I also want to point out this low pressure system is kind of sticking around the west coast. Again, that's creating that high ridge of high pressure that we've been seeing the past few days. That's responsible for those really hot temperatures that we're about to see. It's going to start to break down Monday, so we'll start to see temperatures cool off slightly, but they're still going to be in the high 20s for quite a while. There's also, I should point out, a bit of rain up for northern Saskatchewan. Buffalo Narrows seeing some storm activity risk there. Taking a look at our future cast. Again, moderate winds, a bit of rain for Swift Current, Regina. It's going to amount to about 1 millimeter, so nothing significant there. As for our temperatures tonight, it's going to be our computer's having a little bit of trouble generating the images, but pretty much a clear sky across the board. 9 in Roster, Nipawin, 8 in Candle Lake, 11 in Birch Hills, Nipawin, and in the Battlefords as well. And then tomorrow, again, it's going to be hot. We're seeing the big 3-0 pretty much across the board. Candle Lake, Nipawin, sunny and 30 degrees. Mainly sunny in the Battlefords, Roster, and 29 in Melfort, Birch Hills, Spiritwood. It's going to be hot. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Tonight, it's going to be a clear sky. We may see some of that smoke creep in again, but moderate winds, a low of 8 tomorrow. Sunny, 30. Air quality considered low risk and a light breeze, light wind there. And that long weekend, Saturday, a high of 31, Sunday, a high of 30. Again, it's going to cool off a couple degrees on Monday, but it's still going to be quite hot throughout the week. Tuesday, a high of 27. And then Thursday, you know, it's going to be cooler, you know, still closer to our seasonal, but it's going to be hot for the next several days. I'm not going to lie to you, Blair.
If anyone's going camping or doing anything outdoors for that long weekend, it is a toasty one out there.
Yeah, for sure. And fingers crossed for some rain. Definitely the farmers pretty much across the province need it. So
yeah, well said. All right, big thanks for that, Stacey. The Saskatchewan Roughriders continue to roll, thanks in large part to their efficient offense. And the team says it's a tight-knit locker room led by its backfield of quarterback Trevor Harris and running back AJ Ouellette.
Congrats on the win, Trevor. Thanks, crew.
That post-game celebration has become a tradition for the duo. Since becoming teammates at the start of last season, their connection on and off the field has grown. Both players are from Ohio, meaning they'll often travel to Saskatchewan together.
Just pay attention this week. I'm going to fold him, man. Don't tell him, but I love that guy, man. He's awesome. He's just one of my great buddies here, and you know, I think we're just wired the same. We're both from, you know, hour and a half away. You know, we're small town guys, small town football. He went to a super small high school, and I did as well.
It's just easy for us to just go into running back room, quarterback room, just talk football, and that just allows us to be on the same page when we're out there on game day. Even if we got to draw some stuff up in the dirt out there, we're able to do that.
Ouellette says he hopes he's able to continue what's become a new winning ritual in every Riders game this season. The Toronto Blue Jays made a big deal ahead of today's trade deadline. The team has acquired starter Shane Bieber from the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians will receive one of the Jays' top prospects, pitcher Cal Steven, in return. Bieber is yet to pitch this season after recovering from elbow surgery a year ago, but he's nearing a return. The 30-year-old won the 2020 Cy Young Award as the top pitcher in the American League.
Do you have a community event you would like to promote? Or maybe you'd like to draw attention to your organization. Let your local CTV station help you spread the word. Contact us at 306-922-6020 or email panews@ctv.ca. You can appear on CTV Prince Albert's News at 5 and get your message to our viewers.
Today is the last day for a free COVID shot in Alberta. The province is pausing the program to prepare for the fall rollout. It says a new formula will arrive by October, offering the best protection against the latest strain of the virus. Most Albertans, including healthcare providers, will have to pay for the vaccine. The province has not said how much it'll cost. Researchers are designing anti-venom for snake bites with the help of artificial intelligence. AI is designing proteins to neutralize even the most dangerous snake bites. The result is an anti-venom that could be cheaper and easier to make. Success rate during testing is 80 to 100%. The hope is to have it ready for patients within 5 years. Stacey, the 8 best days of summer are officially underway in Saskatoon. The 140th edition of the Saskatoon exhibition kicked off at noon. Safety is top of mind this year with walk-through metal detectors and bag checks at all entrances. And due to the extreme heat and sun, free sunscreen dispensers are being offered as well. They're provided by Sunny and Safe Saskatchewan, a student-led initiative founded by U of S medical students to promote sun safety. There's also a walk-through water mister and 4 complimentary water refill stations. So you got to make sure you stay safe out there in that heat, and it is going to be a hot one this weekend and through next week, right?
Yeah,
Stace?
for sure. I'm sure that mister will be quite appreciated. Again, temperatures in the 30s for the next several days. So.
All right. So yeah, if you're going outside, enjoy it, but make sure you're staying safe out there.
For sure.
That's all the time for us today. Big thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. We will leave you now with the national news. Have yourself a great evening. Stacey and I will see you tomorrow.